It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions.
It's time. Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And off we go from Ford Field. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The 49ers come out and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. In danger of an opening 3 and out. They face 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks. Allow your team to get settled in. Don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so. As he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson, I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Upton Stout in for that tackle. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This is 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
16 yards. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time. And it'll set up second down.
Defensively.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Picks up of the 11 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Now Gibbs. Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
22 yards.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
First down.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Here's Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Get a pause here. We have an injury, and it is the tight end, Sam Laporta, a player they cannot afford to lose. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Niners offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. A first down throw for Purdy. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and it looks like they're going to get off the field.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
First down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
D. Winters on the stop. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners' 15-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And the ball down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They bring the tight end in motion. Gibbs. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
That is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Detroit.
I'll tell you what, this offense has come out, and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives. right down the field, and then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Brian Branch in on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
3rd down. Purdy. Open man there. It is Bourne. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Niners first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, 49ers.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, 49ers.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, San Francisco.
One quarter in the books. 14-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. Set to go now on 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Short one there, caught by Kittle. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Purdy now from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On comes Thomas Morstead as he is on to punt it away for San Francisco. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. On play action. Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Lions 21, 49ers nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Third down, they need 5. Here's Saul, the man in motion. Third and short. Purdy. He's got a man. That's Kittle. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Pressure gets there. Down he goes.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm, and now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and take. The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds on pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Gibbs, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A gain there of 11. Good for a Lions 1st down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Little short pass here by his tight end, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains. Here's a handoff to Gibbs.
And the Lions are going to have a first and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
10 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And he will get into the end zone. David Montgomery, touchdown Lions. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Good with the extra point. And the Lions are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Niners offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
2nd and 7. Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the air again is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Back to the air is Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Clock is stopped with 34 seconds to go until the break.
At the 30-yard
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Purdy going to put it up again. That's taken in by Jennings. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to the first down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
A 39-yard attempt.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Niners are on the board just before halftime. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Quick throw here is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. It's 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback. Come out to the 20-yard line. 49ers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds up at the 30-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Moving to his left. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Purdy to Kittle for the Niners, first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the counter, it's McCaffrey. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. Down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
The 49ers out to punt this one. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll go. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
A 4-yard loss.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will take this one in. 79 yards. Touchdown, Detroit.
Pass interference. Offense.
Oh, just a terrible feeling. The penalty wipes out that long touchdown. From the gun, it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Niners offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Purdy on 1st down. Open man is Jennings.
To Javon Jennings. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2. Purdy going to keep this one himself. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
It's a gain of 22.
Pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7, 1st and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal.
Branch on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. McCaffrey. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal. Now Purdy. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Well, Purdy. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Yeah, this is not a big surprise here, Mike. You're down big. It's the 4th quarter. You have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down, maintain possession, and they were able to come through.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers are able to cut into the deficit.
49ers 10.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds some space tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, 3 to go. Throwing here is Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The Lions will punt this ball away. Moore to return. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's Purdy. Downfield, he's got 4. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
First down. A 28-yard gain. First down, San Francisco.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of
What a way to start
yards.
this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played?
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. Unfortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want, but now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier, because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
To the goal line and in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now, Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17.
17.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They hand it to Gibbs. And they'll take this up to the 30. I'll pick up the 5.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Goff gives it to Gibbs. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down, and as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll send the tight end in motion right. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So, in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
2nd and 10. handoff. This is good. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Tight end going in motion here. From the gun on third down, it's gone. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Here's the Lions punt team now as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. On the return, it's Moore. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
26-yard line.
The 49ers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. Now Purdy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Purdy now on second down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Third down, Purdy. This one complete to Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's taken in, and they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
A gain of 10 yards.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
I'm coming.
Again in the air for Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 19 yards.
Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
First and 10 at the 41-yard
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth. And
this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Aleem McNeil in there for the sack worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
4-yard line.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. They're running in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Lions have come up with the football. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. The Niners use the first of their timeouts. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. On play action. Goff. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
35, 49ers 17.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Niners offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And that one's going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On 2nd down, Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Gibbs, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third down and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
So it's a win here for the Lions. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory.